welcome to Anchor Network, where you get updates of things happening around you and things you would like to know. I appreciate everyone who has subscribed to this channel and those who are yet to subscribe. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Click the red button and also click the bell icon so that you'll be notified anytime we publish any news. This time around, we have wonderful news for you that you'll be glad that you are aware of. Stay tuned. A non-government organization, Advocacy for Advancement of Peace and Harmony in Africa initiative, has called on the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, to honourably quit his position and submit himself to investigation. It said the statement made by the President's wife, Mrs. Aisha Buhari, over the disbursement of funds meant for social investment program, which is being handled by the Office of the Vice President, stands as a damning indictment on a number 2 citizen of Nigeria. ADAPHAI held that based on the background of the Vice President and his personality, the most honorable step to have been taken is to relinquish power and create room for thorough investigation to clear himself. The group maintained that the recent outburst by Mrs. Buhari was the latest suspicion constantly expressed by Nigerians in the past on the manner and method the Office of the Vice President runs a social safety net of that magnitude. This was contained in a press statement signed by the National Coordinator of ADAPHAI, Comrade Sulaiman Suberu, a copy of which was made available to Daily Post on Monday. It stressed that despite the huge budget the government claimed was earmarked for the program, there is a little or no significant impact on the standard of living of Nigerians across the Federation. According to the statement, efforts towards taking vulnerable people from abject poverty anywhere in the world are being harnessed with utmost truth and high degree of transparency, devoid of controversy. The recent statement made by the First Lady on the crude method adopted by the Office of the Vice President in the disbursement of funds to vulnerable Nigerians through the Social Investment Program confirmed the fear incessantly expressed by many on the level of sincerity and fairness put into that scheme. As an organization, we have continuously expressed concern on how the lump sum of 500 billion naira could be injected into the economy and the standard of living of citizenry would be abysmally remain the same. It is indeed interesting that such concern has also been expressed by the President's wife. Who knows, maybe the First Lady was actually speaking the mind of the President. Our position is that in a sane climate, the Vice President must have relinquished power by now and make himself available for stringent questioning and scrutiny. Going by the personality the Vice President portrays, we consider the option of excusing himself from the presidency most honorable path for him and come out in the open to clear himself. Just like I said in one of my videos that they talk about trader money, they talk about 5,000 naira they give to the poorest of the poor. They talk about all manner of empowerment. And the question I asked, and these guys are really saying my mind, this group, that all the things that they say they have done, of what benefits? The standard living of people have not really changed. The abject poverty is still on the increase. People are living below $2 in this country. Like I was talking again that they had a party or a dinner. Let them ask themselves questions. You guys are talking rigmaroling on the same issue, on the same spot, the same way PDP was doing it. You are doing the same thing. And you expect Nigerians to be happy with you. You expect Nigerians to be laughing with you. And they will be priding themselves on nothing. Standard of living of people has not really changed. Instead, it's deteriorating every day by day. The question is, their life in 2014 compared to now, what has really changed significantly? They shared 10,000 naira. People said it was a vote buying. They argued it. that it's not vote buying, that the opposition party is just using it as an excuse, that because they in their own time they were not even sharing money, but they were even sharing among themselves, but they themselves are sharing the money and giving it to the poorest of the poor. They are using it to empower people for business. 10,000 naira, when they know in their heart of hearts that 10,000 naira cannot go anywhere. But immediately the general election, the presidential election, ended that Saturday, up to date, we have not seen anywhere that the vice president went and be sharing that 10,000 naira again. There is no way, there is no day. That program stopped immediately after the presidential election. So now they have called him out now to be able to clear his name. Since the way he portrays himself as an honest person, as a Christian, as a pastor, this is the best time for him to answer to the allegations, because the program is under his office. People cannot be doing wrong things. You say they shouldn't talk, they shouldn't say anything. Like I said, it's a good thing that it came from the president's wife. If it were to be from other party or any other person, even in their party, or any other officials that made that statement, they would have said, oh, the person is against the government. And since the president's wife said it, none of them has ever accused her. None of them have said anything concerning what she said. If they know that it's not true, if they know that she's lying, let them come out and debunk or explain themselves on how those monies were spent. So this is a good time for the vice president to be able to prove that really is a transparent person. And the people are like, maybe the president's wife was speaking the mind of the president. No, I don't believe that, because even the president doesn't even know what is happening. That man doesn't know what is happening. Mere looking at him, you know that this man, I don't think he remembers a lot of things. It's just that people are really pushing that man. They are pushing the president to be there. The president is not in control of what is happening in the country. There are some people behind. There are some people at the background doing the bidding for themselves. He doesn't know much. And I'm sure that is the reason why the woman is always coming out to say her mind. Because left with the president alone, nothing. We are not going to hear anything. So it is a wake-up call, or an opportunity for the vice president to come out and clear himself, since this group has really come out, to call him out. Because if not that this group has come out, since Aisha Buhari made the allegation, nobody has come out to say anything concerning the allegation. The 10,000 naira they shared, in as much they were denying it was not vote buying. From reliable sources, I know a lot of people that collected that 10,000 naira, and before they were giving that 10,000 naira, they told them to bring their voters card. Some of them they snapped it. Some of them they collected the number on that voters card. So this is not rumor, and a lot of people attested to that. So if really you are giving people, randomly, or you just went to the market and you gave people money randomly, I see no reason why their voters card should be demanded. And the kind of caliber and the rate at which people have really placed this vice president, for him to go as low as that. They say they gave that money, that people are going to, that it was a loan. That trader money is a loan that people will pay back. And they know quite alright they can't pay that money. They can't pay back. They say they just believe that they are going to pay that money back. I think it's the spokesperson of the vice president, Akonde or something. He went on channels and he was like, they just believe that he said the people that they gave that loan to, 10,000, that they just believe that they are going to pay that money back, but they just have that belief that they will pay back. And they were asking him, so there's no documentation on ground. You don't have their address. You don't have anything that you can hold them with. He couldn't answer. Almost 20 billion naira, gone in for that. But the question, let's assume that whatever reason why they share that money, but of what benefit is it now to the lives of Nigerians? How has it added to our GDP? How has it improve the lives of people that collected that money, because majority of them collected that money and they blew that money that same minute. What is 10,000 naira? Somebody will come and tell you that 10,000 naira is something, even if the 10,000 naira is not meant for everybody, that if you think that 10,000 naira is not going to be anything, to you, but to some people it's a big money. It's a lie. In as much we are in the same country, we are buying food stuff, we are buying everything in the same markets. You can't go to markets and somebody will tell you, oh, I'm a poor person, or you want to go and tell a market woman, please, I'm a poor woman, what you are selling, the tomatoes you are selling at 200 naira, because I'm poor, you have to sell it for me for 20 naira. The market woman will not agree to that. She will tell you that if you don't have money, you better go back, because she bought that thing. So even if a rich man or a rich person goes to that market woman, he or she will buy it at the same price. So there is no market for poor people. Everybody goes to the same market. We buy everything, at the same price. So for somebody to now say if the 10,000 naira is not good for you, it might be okay for somebody else, I don't agree with that, because everybody buys the same thing at the same price and at the same rate. So what are we talking about? You can't go to a man who is a landlord, you say you want to rent house. The man gives us a room for like 5,000 naira a month, and you expect him to collect 1,500 naira. Based on what? He won't do that. The vice president has to come out and exonerate himself, to come and explain the allegation made by the president's wife. So guys, that is just my own opinion. If there's anything you want to add to what I've said, would like to hear too by putting down your comments, the information that you have gathered. Thank you very much. God bless you.